Okay, this is Brain Lazy. We have the AT&T Captivate. It's part of the Galaxy S series on AT&T. So we're going to just quickly show you some of the TouchWiz 3.0 features that are on this device and on the Galaxy S in general. Some of the things are different. I'll explain them. But in the beginning, let's just go with this. If you pull down the notification tray a little and you slide to the right, it makes the screen brighter, and you slide all the way to the left, it makes it as low as it goes. And this is the minimum brightness that it is. Normally you can't do this because you have to go into here, go to display, you want to go to brightness, and right now you can see it as the lowest setting, but I've unchecked automatic brightness adjustment so that I have control of it on this notification tray up here. Another feature of TouchWiz 3 is obviously this home screen is slightly different than what Android offers. There's these little bars on the top and you can just touch any one of them and go to them. The nice thing about the AT&T model is that it actually goes to the center when you push the home button, so it goes right there. On the European version it actually goes to the what would be number 1. But this is pretty nice so that you could always have it go back to home. The only thing is if you take away some of these screens, it actually gets a little bit wonky. So if I were to remove this one right here and I go back and now I click on home, the placement is not really in the center. It's still one here, but sometimes if you're messing around with it, it won't go back to what you think your home screen is, so you might have to rearrange some stuff to whatever the new home placement is. Some of the other TouchWiz features are, I guess, some of what would be Samsung's widgets. So you have buddies now, and you can kind of just cycle through all your different buddies that show up as Facebook contacts or whatever and see what their thing is. Days is more of a diary, and you can just jot things down and then upload it to any social media sharing site. Daily Briefing is Yahoo Feeds and a couple other things. They're pretty nifty. I think the buddies now one is probably the niftiest of the bunch if you wanted to keep in close contact with a certain few people. Another part of TouchWiz 3 is you can go into contacts, and right now we only have the standard AT&T stuff. We don't have anything in here. So what you can do is you could just slide to the right and it would call, but obviously there's no number, or you can just slide to the left and it will message, and that will bring up the message part. So normally all this stuff brings up, so you have groups that you could set up, or you can do what their history is, and it would show up all the different calls, messages, everything else that you did. And then activities, if you synced your Facebook, Twitter, and other stuff, their activities would show up in here specifically just for that one person that you picked. It's pretty nifty. Really like it. So right now what we have here is just the top layer, which is where your applications, widgets, like here, there's AT&T applications. This is also different than the other Galaxy S's. It says press and hold to add content. Here is a little tooltip. So this is the top tray. Then you can go to the app tray, which is different obviously from Android, vanilla Android. So you can notice down here that we always have these 4 bars down here, and they don't really have this until 2.2, and even in 2.2 it's a little bit different. They only have a call and a message and then bring up the app tray as buttons down here, but Samsung replaced that with 4 common used utilities. You can change these if you wish. If you go into the application, what you can do is you can actually sort. So if you want to go view type, this is what else is different on the Captivate. The European model only has customizable grid and alphabetical list. On this one you could sort it by alphabetical grid if you didn't want to do any customization whatsoever. You can notice that I don't have any edit filter here anymore, so if I go to the customized grid and I go to edit, you can see I can mess around with things. The one thing that AT&T had Samsung remove is that you can no longer delete applications. This may be that I don't have anything set up. You know, I didn't download anything from the app marketplace. This is why I can't delete any of these, because these are all default applications. But normally there should be like a little red minus button up here, and you can actually delete applications. It's part of the TouchWiz 3 interface. Also, if you wanted to, you could change some of these icons down here as whatever you wanted to make them. And you don't have to click and drag them out. You can just kind of replace them like that and do whatever you want. You can even have it just like that. So this is a very iPhone looking menu system. It works really nice. It's very fast. If you don't like that, your other option is this alphabetical list. Not really a fan of this, but this is not really what vanilla Android looks like either. Vanilla Android it has this up and down motion, but it's kind of arranged in this. Let me go back to here. It's more arranged like this, but you'd be going up and down instead of left and right. But this is an easier stepping stone for people that are used to iPhones and they like that type of environment. This actually works really nice because the app tray, you can actually go right back to the top bar. So all of your important stuff, widgets, contacts that you can put up here, everything works really nice. You have different live wallpapers, obviously. So it's kind of like you have, you know, standard Android up here. That's just this bar that's different. You also have a lot of tabs that you can open up and customize and put different things on, and then you can go down here to drill down to however many apps that you want. So it goes up to 9 deep. You could also go, just so you know, that there's also, so if you like iOS 4.0, you actually do have folders in here, but it's actually more specific. You can make folders, you can have contacts with phone numbers, receive files from Bluetooth, starred contacts, so you can be more specific. So if you just want to star some people in your contacts, those only those will show up in the folder, or you can just have a new folder and just dump stuff in there, and it will show up more or less like how iOS 4 is. When you click on it, you'll see this thing open up and there'll be all these icons in there. That is it. We did this. Oh, there's also a notification tray. The top part up here. So you have these toggles that are not normal on Android vanilla Android. So you have Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, silence, and vibration, part of the notification bar. So this is pretty much TouchWiz 3.0. It's pretty slick. They did a good job. I really like it. That's TouchWiz 3.0 interface. We also have a review on this device. You can check it out on YouTube as well. And we'll be touching on not so much TouchWiz 3, but just how the phone is in general. And that's it. So if you want, please check that out. Thanks for watching.